Stable 1. On behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
Now at 6, a space splashdown near San Diego.
There's only one person that can fix this in a minute, in a second, and that's Republic Services.
Is there an end in sight to Chula Vista's growing trash trouble?
Waiting for this development down here on our Bayfront for decades.
The new sports and entertainment district being considered today for Chula Vista's Bayfront.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thanks for the great ride and the safe trip, and Grace is happy to be back.
We are happy to have you back home safely as well.
How about that?
Sweet.
New this morning, after almost 3 weeks in space, a multinational crew just splashed down off the coast of San Diego. They landed around 2:30 a.m., about 30 miles off our coast.
Yes, so close to our home here.
Yeah.
Axiom 4 brought all 4 astronauts safely back to Earth. You heard that lovely welcome there. During their trip to the International Space Station, the crew conducted more than 60 microgravity experiments. So there they are, coming out, walking on the Earth now after 3 weeks.
So
Wow.
pleasant after such a long trip.
Yes, isn't that sweet?
Right? Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everyone. 6 a.m. on your Tuesday. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Netta Rob. I know a long road trip for most people. They're like, I'm just glad
groggy
to be here.
afterwards. Get me out of this thing.
But no, what an incredible thing just off of the coast of San Diego.
Wow.
I'm glad that there was nothing, no major issues for them to deal with. No storms they had to wait out.
Clouds out there.
We're a good option
for us.
Yeah.
That was, I love that. That sound that we heard. Welcome back.
Welcome home.
All right, it is going to be a cloudy start to the day, like we mentioned, just off the coast. Those clouds are kind of bunched up, spreading all the way to our inland valleys and out toward the western slopes of the mountains. That's normal for us. But what I will say is that this afternoon, temperatures are going to be quite comfortable and in many cases cooler than normal. We're at 81 for Santee and El Cajon this afternoon. We've had about in the 90s, but we're not there today. 77 for Mira Mesa and La Mesa, 73 for National City. Up in North County, Fallbrook's looking at a high in the 70s, Vista in the 70s. Poway shooting for 81 and Ramona 86. When you look at the mountains and deserts, still a pleasant day for the mountains. Deserts are getting pretty warm out there. 108 for Borrego Springs and 109 for Ocotillo Wells. Coming up, we'll talk about an uptick in humidity that could lead to a chance for some thunderstorms in the forecast too. I'll send things over to Vanessa. She has a check of traffic.
Hey, Evan, and good morning to everyone tuning in. Happy Tuesday to you. So far, so good out on the freeways. Smooth sailing across most of our major highways this morning. In from the Santee area, a tiny bit of brake tapping that you're encountering as you make your way up the summit. Average speeds close to 70 miles per hour. Same deal coming in from the La Mesa Grossmont area. And if you're coming out of Chula Vista, we're now seeing some light brake tapping in from that 15 connector as you make your way down the hill through North Park into Mission Valley. No crashes to report. Coming up a little later, we'll take a look at your travel times as you head out this morning. Netta and Eric.
Vanessa, thank you very much. And now June's inflation report was just released moments ago. This just coming in. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, consumer prices rose 0.3%, pushing the annual inflation rate higher to 2.7%. The report cites, higher gas prices and businesses passing along tariff-related costs to consumers as reasons for the surge. We are now entering day 6 of a work stoppage by Republic Services sanitation workers in the South Bay.
That trash piling up. Some people in Chula Vista, Imperial Beach, Otay Mesa, and San Ysidro say that their trash has not been picked up as workers honor a strike in Boston. CBS 8's Regina Yarita live outside of Chula Vista City Hall, where a special meeting on this was held last night.
Yeah, that's correct. Good morning, Eric and Netta. There was a meeting that took place last night. We heard from residents who you can imagine how frustrated they are to know that their trash hasn't been picked up for days. Now, yesterday during that meeting, although there was no solution that took place, the mayor did say that if a resolution isn't made by Thursday, the city will be announcing a state of emergency. So take a listen to what residents are saying about all of it.
The picket lines with the unions, representing 300-some worker unions, yet you forgot the 275,000 residents you're supposed to be backing.
We don't have the authority or the ability to compel employees to return to work under these circumstances.
And so representatives from Republic Services addressed the council and said they don't know when their Teamsters employees will return to work. But for some background, Republic Services is in contract negotiations with the union representing some employees in Boston and 4 other locations. Those employees are engaged in a temporary work stoppage, and these pickets have expanded to other company locations, including facilities in the San Diego area. Now, Chula Vista area drivers are refusing to cross the picket line. In a recent statement, Republic Services says they continue to increase service throughout the area, bringing in additional resources to assist with collection. And to help customers at this time, they have the Otay landfill available for residents to drop off their waste, recycling, and organics material as needed. And the service does require a special pass. Additionally, to maximize container space, customers can temporarily use a recycling and organics container for waste, but customers should continue to leave out their containers until they are serviced. So back out here in the next half hour, you'll hear also from Teamsters representative workers who also want to hear, or at least know, that the residents know exactly why this is happening. And we'll have that in the next half hour. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Regina, thanks for the update. And if you live in San Diego, starting today, you can choose the size of your new garbage cans as the city implements a new trash fee. You can choose your bundle in the city's online portal. If you don't act by September 30th, you'll automatically get the largest containers. New gray and blue bins arrive in October, and that's when the fee hits your property tax bill. Yesterday, the city council approved a proposal to spend $65 million to get rid of the old bins and provide new ones. Today, the Port of San Diego will consider a proposed sports entertainment district along the Chula Vista Bayfront.
A developer wants to build what they're calling Pangea, this whole space. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at the site of this proposed project to give us the details. Chris, good morning.
The name certainly catches your ears, right? Catches your attention, especially when you hear it. And I know that for some longtime San Diego County residents, especially Chula Vistans, those who live in and around the South Bay, they in particular have been waiting to see what may potentially happen with this plot of land. It's been rumored for redevelopment for quite some time. And here we actually have this project that could potentially go hand in hand with another redevelopment project that finally came to fruition, which is the Gaylord Pacific Hotel, which is just about a mile away from where we are right now. But yes, Pangea is what it is being called. This is a project, as you saw in those renderings, that if it is approved, if both sides come to the negotiating table and agree to terms, could bring a whole lot here. We're talking a tennis center, 3 hotels, a water polo academy potentially, a multi-use stadium, focusing on soccer, maybe trying to bring another MLS team, a USL team, or maybe just hosting other international events. A 300,000 square foot retail area, potentially 2 golf courses, an IMAX theater, and a lot more. And the reason why is because this is 124 acres here in this Otay district in Chula Vista. This is between L Street and the Chula Vista Marina. But of course, before we can go ahead and start dreaming about the hotels and, of course, the golf courses, this is something that does need to get through the approval process. So on the agenda today for the port and the commissioners there is a discussion item to allow the group, the McGarry Group, which is, again, those who want to go ahead and purchase this land, to talk to them about entering negotiations. So even if this is approved today, this would still just allow for them to enter a period of negotiations where they would try to come together on a purchase agreement. We did speak with Chula Vista Mayor John McCann, who is in favor of something like this happening. Here's what he had to say about how he believes it will impact the area.
This sports complex would be an incredible opportunity to bring in tournaments. This is going to create good jobs. It's going to bring in great economic activity.
Now that Port of Commissioners meeting where, again, a lot of this hinges, that's going to be at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Eric and Netta.
Chris Groh reporting. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, you see the gray skies out there, that marine layer. I like it.
I don't mind it.
In July, I don't mind it all.
It's trying to fight back July fry.
At least in the morning hours, right? It's pretty mild, keeps things comfortable out there. When you look out toward the western slopes of the mountains, same situation to kick off the morning. Those clouds are with us today. But the hope is that as we move into the end of the week, especially as we get towards San Diego Pride, that we start to see that marine layer burn off a little quicker. A lot of our models have pushed us into the 9, 10 o'clock o'clock hour for that clearing. Yesterday, I will say, it took until about noon for the coastline itself to see that clearing. So it is really dependent on what day we're looking at and what time, and there are a lot of factors that kind of go into it. When we look at the door right now, as far as your current temperatures go, things are comfortable. 64 in Oceanside, Carlsbad, Mira Mesa, El Cajon to kick off the morning. Temperatures are very uniform, and the reason why is because those clouds are dense. So those clouds help to keep those temperatures a lot more uniform and keep them on the warmer side of average in most cases. We do have those clouds pulling back from not only San Diego County, but across the greater bight of California. When we look into tomorrow, as we go through your Wednesday, we see those clouds push back on shore. Tomorrow is another dry day, but I want to pause this at Thursday, because Thursday is where we start to see some moisture drawn in from the east. This is going to possibly trigger a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, not only over San Diego County mountains, but also up around San Bernardino and Riverside County. Those two counties, San Bernardino, Riverside, both looking at a better opportunity for showers and thunderstorms. They're at about a 30-40% chance, whereas San Diego County has about a 10% chance. It's only going to be Thursday and Friday in particular. Saturday, that chance starts to dwindle a bit, and it'll all come along with a little bit of an uptick in humidity that we'll be seeing as well. Temperatures generally staying in the 80s inland each afternoon. Little drop into Wednesday, subsequent climb by the upcoming weekend. Vanessa, how are our roads looking on our Tuesday?
Happy to report that the drivers are behaving behind the wheel. Always happy to report that in the morning. Taking a look at your speeds out of the North County, not much to talk about. In fact, we're at full freeway speeds coming in from the Oceanside, Carlsbad area as you make your way south on the 5. Same deal in from the 15 out of Escondido this morning. And no major delays out of Santee, nor La Mesa and Grossmont. Same thing out of the Chula Vista area. Some light breaks happening, but that is usual for this time of the morning on the 805 once you get past that 94 connector headed into downtown. But other than that, take a look. We're all in the green. Green always good, right? 15 minutes right now coming in from the border area towards the 94 via the 805. If you're coming in from the 5 north in from the 54 up to the 8 under 10, and an easy 5-minute drive full span to get you onto the island in from downtown. Out of the East County, 94 as well as the 8 and the 52, all anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes, and no major delays out of the North County down to the Golden Triangle. About 30 in from Encinitas, in from Escondido to that 163 merge will take you about 10 minutes.